Hey guys, Pyron here. I'm back with some more Showdown, and today I have another special guest from the delicious cinnamon community. Now I am facing Sheafresh, and we're having a match in Overused. I'm not entirely sure he had access to Smogon and competitive sets and all that, but regardless, he put up a pretty good fight, and let's get the show rolling. I start out with my Rock Strike, to everyone's shock and horror. He starts with an Alakazam, and he gets off a Quick Claw Psychic, which is less than expected, to be quite honest. I go for Rocks and then an Earthquake, and do go down to the Psychic. Shock, rather. I send out my Caesar for the Revenge Kill. Really good old Bullet Punch. I don't blame him for staying in, and Caesar not had Bullet Punch, so would not have been quite so pretty. It was Fire type, so switch out into my Celestial, which still does not take trivial damage from the Fire Blast. Playing the game and switch into some other type there, I just go for the Scold either way. And get some points back from the leftovers. Jolteon goes for the Thunder, and the Celestial not fast enough to outspeed it. So I go back into my Death Scythe. He goes for the Charge Beam, which raises a special attack and does a reachable amount of damage. Death Scythe going for the U-turn for the Trouble Lords. At this point I go into my Spectre. Shadows to go into the Sneasel, going for a Payback, which was very fast. Outspeeding Spectre's attempts to make a substitute. At this point I think there's no point in keeping Spectre in, and I just go straight for Iconoclast. The Ice Punch doing not enough damage to really force Iconoclast out and getting a critical hit with the Vacuum Wave. Sends out his Water for a Fire move. Vacuum Wave sadly not doing enough to take it out before the overheat. And Iconoclast goes down. At this point I send out Iris, who is just going to have a happy time rolling this little Mag Water. Rock Climb was a slightly unexpected move there, but had it caused confusion, then Iris would have been perfectly fine with his Lomberry. And opting to go for the Earthquake, which is sort of overkill and a half on the Mag Water there. Iris opting to go for the Earthquake again on the Omastar, and dealing a one-hit kill. Shay sends out the Shuckle, which is very, very bulky, but still only a two-hit kill from Iris. Who is very fast and strong after a couple of Dragon Dances. Nice setting up there. Hope you enjoyed the battle, guys, and I'll see you for the next one. After the last game, I figured the teams may have been stacked in my favour a bit, so I used my underused team, and he switched out a couple of his pokes, so that it was all entirely underused. So I start with my Blitz, which is outsped by the very speedy Electrode. So, no matter. I go for the Stealth Rocks and the Thunder misses, so I get to pull off the Explosion, which is lethal to the Electrode. And Blitz, obviously. At this point I send out my Bucket and my, just Warliest of the Warly Balls. Taking nothing from that Ice Beam, basically, knocking on with the leftovers. Going for the Crunch, which is really not doing too much. Blastoise going for another Ice Beam. Perhaps he's hoping for the Freeze Hacks, which is just not good. At 9, having set up Toxic Spikes, he's more than happy to do whatever it is he does. Of course, at this point he makes it quite clear he's got a bit more firepower, so I go into my Poseidon, who takes very little from the Surf. I think that forced a switch from the Blastoise there. But at any rate, we decided going for the Grass Knot, which does decidedly little against the season. The Payback does very little to Poseidon, and Sneasel is taken out with another Skull. So Shay sends out the Sableye, which is poisoned and dug into by the Stealth Rocks, and takes about half his hit points from the Skull. Which is quite strong, seeing as Sableye is quite defensive. Perhaps it hasn't got an Eviolite. Nah, it's got a Quick Claw. That's why it took so much. He goes for the Recover, sadly not recovering quite enough to be able to wall Poseidon, and another Skull does take it out. Poseidon on leftovers. Switches that into the Blastoise, which is thoroughly dug into by the entry hazards there. Going for the Toxic, not quite realizing that Poseidon is part Steel type and so he's immune. She is immune, rather. The gender is randomized every match, which is, I don't know, rather fun. Sends out the Magmortar against, yeah, the sort of the Water Steel types, and not the best poke to send out a Magmortar against. Skull does actually leave it on hit points, which are thoroughly taken away by the poison. At this point, he's got North and a Shuffle left, and it's a fairly short matter for Poseidon to take that out with Skull. Yeah, the rock throw there. I'm not entirely sure how many Shuffles roll with that. Go for the Grass Knot for the rolls. The lulls, rather. And uses Rest, which is, yeah, that's pretty funny actually. And so he gets another turn off. I was just sort of playing there with the Grass Knot. He goes for Sleep Talk and tries to rest again. I go for the Fang, going for the close combat. You can see the taunting in the chat there from the so-called multi-shadow view. Maybe Bones, I'm not entirely sure just from how he's talking, but Fang going for another Flare Blitz. Shockle waking up just in time to Sleep Talk, and Fang pulling off an Extreme Speed, which doesn't kill it. I'm pretty sure he goes for another Rest here. Yep. Yeah, he certainly he wants to hold on to this one, but that's okay. I send out the Breaker of Stalls, the almighty Vlad, who can get his taunt on. Of course, I wasn't entirely sure if Rollout would stack, and so I didn't want to keep Vlad in for that, and went for the U-turn. Back into good old Empoleon with the other two hit kill. However, upon realizing that Rollout can actually stack, I went back into Vlad. And going for yet another Sleep Talk. Yeah. So I basically shut down his whole set with Taunt and go for the Brave Bird, which does not hit very hard, but it really doesn't need to, because he's hitting a lot harder than Shockle is. Still a fairly mighty little Brave Bird though, and there is the critical from Vlad to end the game. I hope you enjoy the video, guys, and I'll see you next time.